Earth is a place of magnificent beauty and endless nature parks. However, some forests can be scary and menacing, and strike fear into the hearts of others. Hello my friends, and welcome. Today we will be discussing the creepiest and most haunting forests on Earth. Without further ado, let's begin. Number 1. Freetown State Forest, Massachusetts, USA. This 200 square mile plot of land in southeastern Massachusetts is said to be plagued by paranormal activity. Native Americans who occupied it in the 1600s sold it and left behind several burial grounds. It was also believed to be the site of satanic murders in the 1970s, as also in the 80s, as well as its odd sightings of ghosts and UFOs. Number 2. The Pinewood Forest, Oxfordshire, England, United Kingdom. Pinewood Forest used to be a large portion of royal hunting grounds. Stories tell of the ghost of Amy Robsart. Another story of a strange hand reaching out to touch the shoulder of any stranger that walks into the forest. And a horse-drawn cart carrying a couple with 2 sobbing children. You might want to reconsider visiting this forest if you plan on going, much like the others on this list. Number 3. Devil's Tramping Ground, North Carolina, United States. Near Harper's Crossroads, about 10 miles east of Silver City, there is a mysterious 40-foot ring where the devil stops in circles each night, plotting how to bring about the downfall of mankind. Strangely, the North Carolina State Department of Agriculture has taken samples of the soil and has yet to come up with an explanation for why the patch is devoid of growth. However, it is still a creepy forest nonetheless. Number 4. Epping Forest in Essex, England, United Kingdom. Epping Forest is well known for its haunts, as well as its reputation. Epping Forest served as a hideout for the outlaw Dick Turpin and Harry Roberts, a murderer. It's also been the burial ground for the duo's murder victims. Among those, the children targeted by Ronald Jepson. Be careful driving, though, as figures will run out in front of your car, hoping to force you into an accident. Firth Wood, England, United Kingdom. Firth Wood Forest in the early 19th century held barracks for French prisoners captured during the Napoleonic Wars. A woman supposedly fell in love with a prisoner who was then beaten to death by her father and brother. Her ghost returns to the site of her lover's murder. Some say she sobs. Others say she runs frantically through the trees, looking for her long-lost love. Number 6. Robinson Woods, Illinois, United States. Alexander Robinson, born Chi-Chi Pinquay and chief of Potawatomis, Ottawa, and Chippewa nations, is buried along here with his family. During the day, groups of deer sometimes circle the visitors without apparent reason. At night, orbs of light will float in the woods. Number 7. The Deering Woods, Pluckley, Kent, United Kingdom. Also called the Screaming Woods, people say that you can hear the lost souls of people screaming at night. In my last video, I mentioned this. In England, sometime in 1948, over 20 dead bodies were found in a pile, including 11 children. However, more and more people become lost in these woods every year, and not many people have returned. Number 8. Embry Woods in Wales, United Kingdom. The forest is said to be haunted by the ghosts of people who get lost inside of it. In particular, the locals mention a suicidal army colonel in the 18th century, and a highwayman who was captured by villagers, pinned to a tree, and beheaded. Many of the nearby villages swear to have seen shadows following them while they were traveling across the forest. Number 9. Hoia Baciu Forest, Romania. The Hoia Baciu Forest has become famous since 1968, when biologist Alexandru Sift captured a photo of a disc-shaped UFO flying over it. You can become sick if you spend too much time in this forest. Some researchers have claimed that this forest is a portal to another dimension, or spirit world. Locals warn that if you enter the forest, you may not ever return. Number 10. Aokigahara, Japan. Also known as the Sea of Trees and the Suicide Forest to others, Aokigahara is located at the base of Mount Fuji. It has been known to be a place where people would go to commit suicide, as well as leaving elderly behind to die, since food was a scarcity in ancient Japan. It is also known to be a forest surrounded by oni. Many who enter mark the trees they walk by to escape, because the iron in the ground interferes with the compasses. Number 11. La Isla de las Muñecas, Xochimilco, Mexico. The Isla de las Muñecas, or the Island of the Dolls in English, is an island located near Xochimilco in Mexico. This island is known to be haunted by the spirit of a little girl who drowned there, as well as the spirit of Don Julian Santana, who found her body, and strung dolls onto the trees for her. When others came to the island to check on him in 2001, they found him face down, in the same position where he found the little girl. Number 12. Old House Woods in Matthews County, Virginia, United States. This 50-acre forest near Chesapeake Bay is a refuge for the ghosts of the 18th century British soldiers and pirates who passed through the nearby historic port town of Matthews, and may have even left buried chests of treasure inside of its soft dirt. Some have even seen skeletons wearing armor, wielding swords and British redcoat uniforms. And some have even found the old house, unaware of the ghostly screeching woman that awaits them. Number 13. The Black Forest, Baden-Württemberg, Germany. The aspiring inspiration for the Brothers Grimm fairy tales, with beautiful, almost decorated forests so dense with fir and pine trees that sunlight barely pierces through. It makes sense that the Brothers Grimm would use this forest as an inspiration for a playground, with mythological creatures like sorcerers, werewolves, and witches, and kind-hearted dwarves. But sadly, as beautiful as it may seem, this forest too hides a dark secret. Over 15,000 people have disappeared near these woods alone. Number 14. Randolph Forest, Maine, United States. Randolph Forest, flanked by residences, has an outsized reputation among locals for being haunted. Forsaken vehicles and ripped-up railroads that once ushered veterans to the hospital are now a hotspot for reported flashes of light, the appearance of orbs, and strange ambient noises. Number 15. Zombie Road Woods, St. Louis, Missouri, United States. Zombie Road has been described as one of the most terrifying spots in Missouri. It is said to have hosted witchcraft, satanic worship, and involved the deaths of many people inside those woods. It has also been known for its shadow people who walk and torment anyone that decides to walk through around 2 a.m. Many also believe it to have a portal to hell. Number 16. Dow Hill Forest, Kurseong, India. The Victoria Boys' School, established in the late 19th century in West Bengal, is rumored to be haunted as students report strange footsteps echoing from the corridors. But the surrounding Doe Hill Forest is an even bigger nest of paranormal activity, with woodsmen reporting seeing a headless boy wandering amongst the trees. Number 17. Cannock Chase Woods, Staffordshire, England. Cannock Chase Woods has been the site of many paranormal sightings, such as a werewolf, a ghost, a pigman, and a UFO. The ghost appeared to be that of a little girl. Murders sadly did occur in Cannock Chase in the late 1960s. Could this girl perhaps be the ghost of one of the victims? But what of the pigman, or the UFO, or the werewolf? We may never know. Number 18. Pinewood Cemetery, New York, USA. Pinewood Cemetery, located in New York City, is constantly patrolled by the police, as well as supposedly extremely haunted. People have reported dark figures silently following them, as well as screams coming from beyond the darkness within the cemetery. Locals also say that it is also a gateway to hell. Number 19. The Red Forest, Pripyat, Ukraine. The Red Forest in Pripyat, Ukraine, was where the terrible incidents of Chernobyl unfolded. On April 26, 1986, disaster struck when the nuclear power plant released radioactive gas into the air. The spill caused 31 deaths and left many affected. Now nature has taken back the city and left its mark. Number 20. Bear Creek Swamp, Alabama, United States. This swampy forest is known by locals to be haunted by an 18th century woman who lost her child. It is also known to have UFOs and strange orbs of light seen in the distance, as well as red glowing eyes. Many have also heard screams. Some say that if you enter the swamp late at night and say "we have your baby" 3 times, you will be met with a woman screaming and running at you. Well, that's all I have for now. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. It means a lot. And as always, thank you for watching. See you next time.